After 2 days, we will see in the jar A the continuous growth of the root. The roots, they grow and become longer, but we can't see the growth of the roots in the jar B. Why? This is because we cut the root tip. I told earlier, the meristematic tissue cells, they are present in the growing part of the plant body. These meristematic tissue cells, the growing tip you removed, so we can't see the growth. Do it now at home. So, the meristematic tissue cells, they have an ability to divide continuously. These cells are also known as the dividing cells of the meristematic tissues. Again, meristematic tissues, they classified apical, lateral and intercalary. We will see the location and the function, how the meristematic it performs. When we will see the plant part in the meristematic, the tip where the apical meristematic is present, tip, root tip and shoot tip, the meristematic, the growing part is there. That is first apical, we can see the growth. This apical, it present in the root tip and shoot tip, it increases the height of the plant. Second, the lateral. The lateral meristem is present in the lateral part of the root and shoot. This is the lateral part. This is the lateral meristem, where it increases the girth of the part of the plant. Intercalary meristem, it is present in the internode. It is present in the internode of the plant. Tip, lateral, girth, increases the girth of the plant, height. Intercalary, it increases the internode. For example, it is present mainly in the internodes. Take a sugarcane example. Very easily we can understand the sugarcane plant. This part is the node. This is internode. This intercalary meristem, it increases the internode part of the plant. When the plant grows, it increases its internode part. This one we can see. So, mainly we can see the growth. These cells, they have the ability to grow continuously. This is about the meristematic tissue. Now we will come to the permanent tissue. Don't confuse meristematic, permanent. Again we will repeat classification. Meristematic, apical, lateral, intercalary. Meristematic, apical, lateral, intercalary. Permanent tissue, simple permanent, complex permanent. Simple permanent, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex permanent tissue, xylem and phloem. Permanent tissue, The meristematic tissue cells, they grow and form permanent tissues. They get the particular structure and particular function become permanent. So, they form a permanent tissue. The cells of the meristematic tissue, they grow continuously and they get permanent structure, permanent function and form permanent tissues. Permanent tissues, simple, complex. First we will go simple permanent tissue, then we will go to the complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. First we will go the parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells, they are loosely packed. We can see much space is there between them. So, they have a much intercellular space. Parenchyma cells, they are loosely packed. They have much intercellular space in between them. These cells are basically living cells, but these parenchyma cells, they lost the ability to divide and they store the food for the growing plant. I will repeat once again, parenchyma cells are living cells. Cells are loosely packed, have much intercellular space between them, and the cells lost the ability to divide. The cell wall is, can see the cell wall is very thin, delicate, and they store the food. Where we can see these cells in plants? In plants, these cells we can see in a fleshy part of a fruit. Next, the lateral meristem. Sorry, here. Parenchyma over, next comes to the collenchyma. When you compare to the collenchyma to parenchyma, the collenchyma cells, they are little bit close to each other. The cell wall is thickened in the edges. The cell wall is thickened in the edge part. When compared to the parenchyma cells, collenchyma, they are a little bit arranged closely to each other. The intercellular space is very less compared to the parenchyma. The edges we can see, the cell wall in the edge, it is thick, and these are also have the lost the ability of dividing. They also store the food, and these cells are mainly present in the stem part of the plant. They have a flexibility of a plant for the bending. So, they support plant in a bending position. Next comes to the sclerenchyma tissue. Sclerenchyma tissues, cells are arranged very close to each other. There is no intercellular space between the cells. The cells are arranged too close to each other. There is no space between the cells. And this cell wall is very thick because of the presence of, very important, a cellulose known as a lignin. Due to the presence of lignin, the cell wall is very thick, and these cells basically dead cells compared to parenchyma and collenchyma. So, mainly due to the thickness, the